Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to see if you really are as smart as Lisa, as daft as Homer, as brattish as Bart, or as mumbly as Marge in the Simpsons Quiz Show. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Hello. Thank you. Tonight, I'm joined by two teams of Simpsons obsessives. As well as playing for their own dignity, they're also playing for a unique Simpsons prize. We've scoured the world of celebrity and turned up the biggest Simpsons fans we could find. So who are these Simpsonophiles on either side of me? Well, on my left, star of Shaun of the Dead and spaced team captain and Professor Frink aficionado, it's Nick Frost.
Oh, he's very good.
Nick is joined by Channel 4's newsreader, Krishnan Guru-Murthy, who claims he's a huge fan of Homer, which also means he loves donuts, crusty burgers, and, of course, going through Flanders' trash. It's Krishnan. And making up the team is television personality Iain Lee, who just loves chutney-flavoured squishy seller Apu.
You're not clapping me. You've got the applause.
Team captain on my right-hand side is radio presenter and recent mother, Sarah Cox, who says she'll use Marge as her mothering role model. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
Sarah is joined by the star of the royal family, Ralph Little, whose favourite character is Duffman. I don't know what that says about you, Ralph, but there we go. Welcome to the show.
Duffman likes a drink. Ooh.
And finally, broadcaster Richard Bacon, whose Springfield role model is fat, lazy, stupid Chief Wiggum. Good luck to you all. Let's get started on our Homeric Odyssey. OK, now, our first round is all about Bart and his prank phone calls to Mo the bartender, which is why this round is called Bart's Prank Phone Calls to Mo the Bartender. I'm going to give you the first name of some of Bart's joke calls. Buzz in if you know the surname, OK? The first one is Seymour.
Who's that?
Me, I think.
Butts. Let's see if you're right.
Hey, is there a Butts here? See more Butts? Hey, everybody, I want to see more Butts.
Now the name of a really very famous porn star. Just thought I'd throw that in.
Ivana. Yes, Nick.
I want a man to hug and kiss.
No. No.
What's Ivana's second name?
A man to hug and kiss?
Is the wrong answer. And I'll throw it over to Ralph.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Thank you.
I think it's Ivana Tinkle.
Let's see if you're right.
Ivana Tinkle. Ivana Tinkle. All right, everybody, put down your glasses. Ivana Tinkle.
Brilliant. Brilliant. How about Amanda?
You've been desperate.
Ralph.
Hug and kiss. Amanda hug and kiss.
Amanda Hug and Kiss? Hey, I'm looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss. Why can't I find Amanda Hug and Kiss?
Sure. Mike. Yes, Ian.
Pock.
No.
Is it not? Yeah, it's not bad, but it's wrong.
Is it Roch? As in, has anyone seen? Yeah, anyone seen?
Has anyone seen Mike Roch?
Let's see if you're right.
My crotch! My crotch! Hey, has anybody seen my crotch lately?
Well done. Well done. Very well done. Well played.
And finally,
Do you want to do the Simpsons quiz? I thought they said, do you want to do Hanna-Barbera night? Which is why I'm shit.
finally, Hugh. Nick. Oh.
Hugh. I don't know it.
That is the wrong answer. Sarah.
Jas.
Let's see if you're right.
Hugh Jass. No, somebody check the men's room for a Hugh Jass.
Well done, Gil. Well done, Gil.
I will offer, actually, Nick, I will offer you an extra point if you can tell me what was unusual about Hugh Jass.
Is that only aimed at them?
It's over to us. Kiss it.
Whoa. Why is it only aimed at them?
Kiss it.
Because I felt a bit sorry for them, because they're doing so badly.
He was there. He was in Moe's Tavern.
Who? He was.
See if you're right.
No, somebody check the men's room for a huge ass.
I'm Hugh Jazz.
Hello.
Hello, this is Hugh Jazz.
Hi.
Who's this?
Bart Simpson?
What can I do for you, Bart?
Look, I'll level with you, mister. This is a crank call that sort of backfired, and I'd like to bail out right now.
All right. Better luck next time. What a nice young man.
That's the end of round one. Nick's team has 1 point, but in the lead, Sarah's team with 5 points. It's time for the next round. We're going to show the team some classic Simpsons moments, but do they know what happened next? Very simple, 2 points on offer. Nick's team, your clip first. It's from the episode The Mansion Family. Mr. Burns is going away to stay in a clinic, and who better to house it than the Simpson family?
Don't worry about a thing. We'll take good care of your house.
Look at me! I'm a billionaire!
He's at the top of the stairs.
Well, that's what happens up until then.
Which means...
Christian, you've really let this side down
No,
so far.
he's got to get to the
But
bottom
maybe
of
he
the stairs.
stays there.
Go
so
on.
He's got to get to the bottom of the
Let
stairs.
him have his say, Lee.
And there's a big staircase.
Yeah.
I think the big staircase is involved.
If push comes to shove, I know it.
Give us an answer, Nick.
He slides down, as my friend Christian Guru-Murthy said, and he flies off the end of the stair, off the banister, and his big arse sticks into a painting's face.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see if you're right. Look at me! I'm a billionaire!
I forgot my...
Captain.
OK, next clip is for Sarah's team. This is from the episode Natural Born Kissers, and something unforeseen is about to happen to a vicar in a glass cathedral.
Now let us thank the Lord for this magnificent crystal cathedral, which allows us to look out upon his wondrous creation.
So, just another normal day in church. So how on God's green earth could it go wrong?
Well, let's look at what we know so far, and then try and draw some conclusions from it.
OK.
Yeah?
It's in a church.
It's in a church. Normally, when there's an incident, it involves Homer.
Yes.
And there's some glass.
Yes.
And he's naked.
And,
Is that what you know the answer?
it's called, yeah, I know.
Well, I think
It's called Natural Born Kisses. It's the one where they try and reignite them. Well, they find their sex drive.
And they find it. They love it. They do it everywhere.
I think, is that the bit where the hot air balloon goes past with Homer dangling from the anchor
Naked.
And and he
See, I thought
he wipes across the glass.
Doesn't he? Yeah.
Doesn't his bum wipe across the glass? Sorry, his ass wipe across the glass.
I think actually his bum smears across.
Smears. It smears across the glass.
There's extra points for all the detail.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
We managed to get bum smear into the Simpsons. Thank you.
Now let us thank the Lord for this magnificent crystal cathedral, which allows us to look out upon his wondrous creation. Now quickly, gaze down at God's fabulous parquet floor. Eyes on the floor, still on the floor. Always on God's floor.
That is a smear. Definitely a smear.
OK, next team, you've got a clip from Homer the Heretic. Homer finds himself trapped in a house fire, and the only man who can save him is a God-fearing, left-handed person known as Ned Flanders.
Dear Lord, may your loving hand guide Homer to the mattress square and true.
It's a classic moment.
Bacon's complaining about something. What are you complaining about?
Making the point.
It's a bit of an easy one.
It's an easier clip.
Your last one was well easy. Are you having a laugh? What I've seen that one. Oh, well, that's why it's the only one I've bloody seen. Christian, you know this episode, do you, sir?
I know this episode very well.
Take it home.
He bounces onto the mattress and back into the house, burning.
Okay.
Very good. OK, so team, another What Happened Next coming up for you. In the episode Homer Goes to College, Mr. Burns is trying to wiggle his way out of a routine safety inspection at the nuclear power plant.
You're in big trouble, Burns. Homer Simpson's job requires college training in nuclear physics. Now, you get your man up to speed, or we'll be forced to take legal action.
Is that so? Well, I have the feeling you'll be dropping the judges.
Fingers nearly on the button.
Yep.
What happens next?
I think he presses a button.
Yeah, but...
He presses...
yeah.
Is that right? What were you going to say?
Probably help if we tell everyone else, wouldn't it?
Okay.
But, I was going to say there's a trapdoor that they went through it, but you think you've taken it one stage further.
I think maybe they're just not quite stood on the trapdoor.
And
so he presses the button, and the trapdoor opens, and they're still stood there, and I think he tries to get them to move to the left or the right a step.
He's going to press his button.
That's wrong,
Press your button. Oh,
it's not bad. Let's see if it's right.
Well, I have the feeling you'll be dropping the judges.
The painters moved your desk, sir.
That's all right. That's a good donation. Pop another button. So, at the end of part 1, the scores are Nick still pretty dismally second with 3 points, but in the lead, Sarah's team with 7.
What?
Thanks so much and welcome back to the best, only Simpsons Quiz Show ever. In the first half, we tested our 2 teams' knowledge of the Simpsons. In the second half, well, we're going to do exactly the same. Our next round is all about the facts of life in Springfield: births, marriages, deaths, and the birds and the bees. Fingers on the buzzers, please. Okay. 1 point per question. In the episode Natural Born Kissers, Homer and Marge revisit the place where Bart was conceived. Ralph, where is it?
Sir Putz-a-Lot miniature golf course.
And where were they exactly on this miniature golf course?
Under the windmill.
Let's see if you're right.
No, Daddy, you stick your head in there and see what it is.
Something's in there, all right.
Maybe it's presents for all of us.
Well, it could be anything. It smells like a bear.
Who cares what it is? Let's monoxide it.
Why are people always trying to kill me?
We have to get out of here.
Next up, a wedding. In the episode The Two Nahasapima Petalons, Apu is about to marry Manjula in an arranged marriage. But how does Homer try and stop the ceremony? Yes, Ian.
He... What are you laughing for?
Sorry.
Unbelievable. Really tense, this. I thought it would be a bit of fun, but it's actually quite nasty. He dresses up as a god. Yourself, sir. I think I've given you... the god Ganesh. You are now. Yeah.
Bow down.
He dresses up as a god and comes in and he says "do," and it's bloody good. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
I am the god Ganesh. This wedding angers me. All will die unless it is stopped.
Oh, God.
Please, listen to me!
To save his job, how does Principal Skinner prove to Superintendent Chalmers that he wasn't making love in a closet with Mrs. Crabapple? Nick.
Does he dump her? Does he leave her?
No. Hand it over for a point.
Does he say that he's something like a virgin? Is it? Oh!
Let's take a look.
Well, everyone, the fact is, I haven't ever had relations. I am a virgin.
Okay, in the episode Homer Goes to College, he prepares himself for student life by watching a film called School of Hard What? Yes, Ian.
You'll cut it out, but I'm going to say cocks.
It's the wrong answer, I'm afraid. Richard?
Is it, well, if it's the well-known phrase is School of Hard...
It's not, I don't think.
It's not. Oh, no, it could be.
It's something that rhymes with it.
Oh,
that might be funny.
No, but he's
Richard,
already
what's
had
your answer?
cocks.
No conferring.
I think it's...
No,
no
conferring.
Boys! It's getting so male round here. Should we just do each other's nails for a bit or something?
So I've changed my body language.
Right, good.
Yeah?
Richard, what's your answer?
Sorry, it's School of Hard Knockers.
Let's see if you're right.
We now return to School of Hard Knockers, starring Corey Masterson.
Oh, right answer.
Mate.
In the episode Burns Air, Mr. Burns has a near-death experience, but what caused him to almost die? Yes, Nick.
Is he almost kissed by Britney Spears?
No. Sarah?
I've got an image of him slipping under the bathwater, and does he nearly drown?
Under the force of what?
Something's pushing...
No, I will give you a point for him slipping in the bath, but I will give a bonus point, Christian, if you can tell us why.
Sponge on his head.
Sponge on his head.
I was just going to say sponge.
Careful, Smithers, that sponge has corners, you know.
I'll go find a spherical one.
Help, Smithers. I'm sinking. I'm sinking. Life flashing before eyes.
Two well-known Springfield residents are secretly bigamists and have Vegas wives. Who are these cheating husbands, Ian?
It's Homer Simpson and Ned Flanders.
Let's see if you're right.
Oakley, dokily, schmokily do.
And to you, Homer, take this cocktail waitress you just met to be your lawfully wedded wife.
What did you call me?
You want to get married. Married.
Sure. Suck it to me, baby.
By the power vested in me by the Chicago outfit, I now pronounce you husbands and wives.
We are so dead.
Thanks very much. Cheers, thank you.
You should be sitting here. Finally, it's time for a little bit of anatomical identification. Okay, who do the following body parts belong to?
Mr. Burns.
Let's see if you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice. How about this one? Yes, Ian.
It's Homer. Marge. It's Marge.
Neither of those. I can hand it over.
Right. Try. Don't go for a poo.
If we do that, it'll go.
Give me an answer.
Go for
no.
No, he said it's not.
Todd Flanders.
Todd Flanders. Let's see if you're right.
Ooh, that's Lenny.
Oh, it is, of course, Lenny.
You never want to see Lenny like that, do you?
Whose naked butt is this? Yes, Nick.
It's Bart's little bum, isn't it?
It's not Bart's, I'm afraid. I'll hand it over for an extra point.
Go for it. Go for it.
Go for Homer.
Should we go for Homer? Okay.
You think it's Homer? Let's take a look and see who it is. It's Martin Prince.
Oh, cheeky.
And the last one.
Hey.
Ralph?
Oh, I know.
Hold on, no conferring.
I'm not conferring.
He's not answering, not you.
Looking at the screen.
Let's have a look at it. Let's think about it. The person's yellow.
Is it Barney?
Is correct.
Yeah, you can clap that.
Okay, well, that's... that sound tells us it's enough naked yellow bums for now, and the scores are... Nick has 7 points, but in the lead still, Sarah's team with 12 points. Okay, our next round is the foreign round, and it's about all the places that the Simpsons have visited, the people they've met, and the things they've seen. So, Nick's team, you'll go first. If you don't get it, I will offer the question to the other side.
Okay.
Thanks. At the Taste of Springfield Festival, a French chef creates a special pastry containing exactly 1 million calories. But why?
Okay.
You better get this one.
Yeah.
Because you don't know it.
Oh, yeah?
Girlfriend.
Try me.
Because I ain't listening from this bit. No, more.
Something along those lines.
Not quite right, is it?
No.
The cake has been concocted to kill Homer.
For what reason?
Because Homer has been horrible to the chef because he's a food critic.
He's upset the food.
Yeah. That is
very good.
Yeah.
Dad, no! It's gonna kill you!
I've had a good run.
It's larvae!
Whew, that was close. Thank God it landed in that smoking crater.
Okay, Sarah's team. In the episode 30 Minutes Over Tokyo, the Simpson family have very different ideas about where they're going on holiday.
Hawaii, here we come. No, we're going to Paris. I can feel it. Come on, Transylvania.
Okay, well, that's where they want to go, but the question is, where does Homer want to go?
I remember it. I think I know it. I think it's Jamaica, but I'm not sure.
Why?
Because I can see how he dresses when the camera pans along to see him.
Yeah, might be onto something there.
Saying Jamaica? Sounds unlikely. Let's see.
No, man, let's go home to Jamaica. I've been in Babylon too long.
Attention. Flight 605 to Tokyo is ready for departure and has 4 available Mega Saver seats.
Yeah, come on, Homer. Japan.
No, not Japan, Jamaica. I want to pass the Duchy on the left-hand side.
Well done, Rick. Well done, Rick.
Okay, Nick's team, a little closer to home now. I want to know what earthy British word Homer uses whilst watching the UK sitcom Do Shut Up.
Oh, this is good, this one. I've seen this one.
Wrong with it.
I don't know the answer.
Ah.
What? No, it's all...
It's not the one with Tony Blair, is it?
No, it's not. It's the one where they're taking the mickey out of brilliant British comedy.
Is it something like... Don't point the finger at me.
Oh, is it like... It's gesturing.
Geezer or...
It's not bloody, it's... Pigeon. I don't know. I've got no idea.
Earthy British word.
How do we get out of this?
We might have to pass it over.
No, we're going to have a go.
Take a guess.
We may as well take a guess.
If we quit, the terrorists have won. I'm going to say... Bugger. They wouldn't say bugger in a cartoon, would they?
It's possible.
Bugger me.
Bugger or bugger me?
Whatever you fancy, Jamie,
It's not right. I'll hand it over for a bonus point. Any idea?
Ralph, an earth English word.
Bollocks is a bit strong, isn't it?
But you know how in America some swear words like don't count?
Yeah, they're
like,
not quite...
Piss, not a bad word over there. Over here, offensive.
Well, I was a bit shocked when I once heard Marge say that Lisa was sat on her fanny or got kicked in her fanny. It means bottom in America.
Well...
That's just for everyone's education.
Yeah. I think bollocks is not a bad guess. I don't know the answer.
I don't know.
It's gonna be...
Bloody...
Take a guess.
Ralph, it's with you.
Yeah, go for twat.
Just run through all the offensive words.
Give us, Sarah, what's your answer? As team captain,
Bollocks.
We're going to go with...
Bloody. Bollocks or bloody?
Bloody.
Bloody?
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
That's an unpleasant. Bollocks. Go with the...
It's very, remember,
Do you think bloody?
Remember, it's very masculine.
Bollocks, sorry.
What's your answer, Sarah?
Bollocks.
That is bollocks. Let's find out what the answer is.
You're watching PBS.
You're watching PBS?
Hey, I'm as surprised as you, but I've stumbled upon the most delicious British sitcom.
Do shut up.
It's about a hard-drinking yet loving family of soccer hooligans. If they're not having a go with a bird, they're having a row with a wanker.
You enjoy that?
How did they get away with that?
That's worth another look, isn't it? Can we see that clip again? Let's show it again.
If they're not having a go with a bird, they're having a row with a wanker.
OK, Sarah's team. When the Simpsons travel to Morocco in Treehouse of Horror 2, what magic object does Homer buy at the bazaar?
I know, it's a monkey's paw. A cursed monkey paw.
Yeah, what is this thing?
It is a monkey's paw dating back to Alal bin Abdallah. It has the power to grant wishes to its owner.
Yeah? How much?
Sir, I must strongly advise you do not purchase this. Behind every wish lurks grave misfortune. I myself was once president of Algeria.
Come on, pal, I don't want to hear your life story.
OK, next team. When Apu loses his job at the Quickie Mart, Homer accompanies him to head office to try and get it back. But where exactly is Quickie Mart HQ?
It's in India, isn't it, somewhere? But I would think they'd want to be a little bit more specific in that.
Do you want it slightly more specific?
If that's possible, yeah.
It is possible, yes, it
Hang
certainly
on.
is, if you give us a few minutes.
I would say Everest.
Well, for some reason Bombay springs into my
Isn't
head.
Apu from Bombay?
No, I see it on a mountain, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you've not got one question right so far this evening, so I'm kind of inclined not to listen to you, Captain. I think we're having a mutiny.
Now I feel what the bloke on the Mutiny on the Bounty felt like.
No, but he said that quite confidently.
But it is on a mountain, and I don't think Bombay's in a mountainous region. I think it's the subtropical plateau zone.
Bombay's by the sea.
Thank you.
Well, you want to say a mountain, eh?
Yeah.
You're on your own.
A mountain, Jamie.
In
India.
Let's see if you're right.
There she is. There she is, the world's first convenience store.
This isn't very convenient.
Must you dump on everything we do?
OK, Sarah's team. Bart once ran up a massive phone bill calling Australia with a toilet flushing query. When he couldn't pay the bill, he was sentenced by the Australian Parliament to what?
No, then. You did a little satisfied chum.
Yeah, I know it.
I
Do you?
remember there's the bum kicking thing, isn't there? But does that come later?
No, I think that's what it is. A booting.
Because he...
Oh, what? He's sentenced to a booting.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's one of them?
Because
He
he's...
gets booted with a boot.
Right.
You sold us out, Conover! Stay back, or I'll boot your Prime Minister! I'll do it, so help me God, I'll boot him!
Well done, team. Well, that short global trip means the scores are Nick's team has 9 points, but in the lead, Sarah with 15 points. OK, so Sarah's team's still in the lead, but it still could go either way after our last quickfire round, Character Cavalcade. In this one, we'll be testing our teams on the multitude of supporting characters that populate Springfield. You'll get 1 point for each correct answer, and you'll lose a point if you give me a wrong one. Good. OK, I must take your first answers. Fingers on the buzzers, no conferring. Your time starts now. Elizabeth Taylor did the voice for which character? Richard.
Is that me? It was Maggie.
Correct. What was the name of the Japanese soap powder that looked like Homer?
Oh,
Yes, Nick.
Mr. Sparkle.
Correct. When Barney Gumble is trained to be an astronaut, he ruins his chances by getting drunk on what? Yes, Ralph.
Alcohol-free champagne?
Is correct. Most people have 2, Krusty has 3. What are they? Ralph.
Nipples.
Correct. Who is the only Simpsons character to be drawn with 5 fingers on each hand? Yes, Krishnan. God. Correct. Who starred in the films License to Detonate, View to a Corpse, and You Have the Right to Remain Dead, Nick?
McBain.
Is incorrect, I'm afraid. I'm going to deduct a point. The actor's name was Rainier Wolfcastle.
Oh, you...
Who owns the largest collection of Malibu Stacy dolls in the world, Nick?
Waylon Smithers.
Is correct. Every year, Springfield is invaded by 2 aliens who are brother and sister. They are called, Ralph?
Kang.
Kang and... Can't confer.
You said you had to answer
I
straight
can't
away.
remember.
Kang and... Oh, your point deducted, I'm
Stacey.
afraid. It was, in fact, Kang and Kodos.
Kiss my chuddies.
Krusty has a well-known assistant, Sideshow Bob, but he's had a total of 6 other sidekicks, all known as Sideshow. I'll give you a point each if you can give me their names.
You're right.
Richard, give me one.
Was there one called Mel?
Correct, that's worth a point. Yes, Nick.
Sideshow Raheem.
Correct, that's worth a point too.
Mel.
4 more to go. We've had Mel and Raheem, there's 4 more. Richard.
Sideshow Iain.
The answers were Sideshow Marge, Sideshow Ralph Wiggum, Sideshow Cecil, who's Bob's brother, and my favourite, Sideshow Luke Perry. What's the name of the Springfield resident who invented a steam-powered super spider, mood pants, and a sarcasm detector, Ralph?
Professor Frink?
Correct. Who lives at the Spinster City Apartments? Yes, Sarah.
Patty and Selma.
Correct. At the Springfield Education Annex, who teaches the course How to Chew Tobacco? Yes, Ralph.
Groundskeeper Willie?
Is incorrect, I'm afraid. I'll remove a point. It was, in fact, Lenny. What's the full name of the Springfield politician who's been described as a tax cheat? Ralph?
Diamond Joe Quimby?
Correct. What is the name of the pig that Homer kidnaps when he goes to college, Nick?
Is it Sir Oinks-a-Lot?
It is Sir Oinks-a-Lot. And that sound tells us that that's quite enough questions and the end of the show. And I can tell you that in second place is Nick's team with 13 points. The winners of tonight's show is Sarah's team with 19 points. And I can tell you that they'll be enjoying these original animation cells from the series. There's one for each of you.
Really?
Thanks very much to our 2 teams, and thanks very much to you for watching this quiz about the funniest family that ever roamed the earth. And as a consolation prize for the losing side, you can choose a classic Simpsons clip to play us out.
The bit with the monkey. The bit with the monkey. But Bozo needs help.
Are you saying the clip where Homer frolics in the land of chocolate?
Yeah, that's the one.
Fantastic. Here it is. Homer frolicking in the land of chocolate. Thanks very much for watching. Good night.
We're all winners here on 4. Turn to us for classic Simpsons every weeknight at 6 and new Simpsons Fridays at 9. Time to set your night rocking to 4 music with Hall of Fame and Pop World coming up.